Hey there, Ultizeta here, and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokémon Blue. In the last episode, we spent a few minutes beating Brock, and that was a weird battle, and it was a thing that happened. But it was fun, and I enjoyed it, and I'm going to fight this trainer now, I guess. So that's about that. It's been, I don't know, around a week or so since I last, played Pokemon, and that's about that. Yeah. I do want to talk about one thing, though, and that's between the last session and this session is when I actually recorded stuff for Pokemon. And so, what I really love about this Let's Play now is just how, like, nostalgic it's making me feel right now. I've just been significantly enjoying. I've been looking forward, now, because of what I've been doing, I'm just looking forward to this Let's Play, like, so much more than I have ever, in a long time, I think, have looked forward to a Let's Play, and it's, like, it's just really exciting to me in a lot of ways, and like I feel like part of why that is because of just what I've been doing. Now I feel like it's pretty obvious, like the Pokemon cards. Like, that was not an idea I had until in between episodes, which is why I didn't mention it until now. But like, just the idea of having those cards, because like, when it comes to nostalgic Pokemon things, everyone remembers the games, basically. But, like, I feel like a lot of people forget that the cards were such a really big influence on Pokemon. At least for me, like, cards was 1/3 of the thing that we ever did with Pokemon. Like, as a kid, you played the Pokemon games, although I didn't really play a lot of games. I never mentioned that. I never beat this game. It's my first single-player game, but I never beat it. I got stuck in Saffron City. I beat Fire Red, but not the original. It's whatever. So, there's that. So you play the games, then you watch the anime, and I'm not an animator, I can't do anything like, I can't do any homage to the anime in this, as awesome as that would be, and it would complete the trinity. But then there was also the cards, and I don't think most people actually played the trading card game. Either the actual trading card game or the trading card game video game, which existed for some reason. I don't think a lot of people actually played it. I might be wrong, but I feel like most people actually just collected them, which is what I did. Like, I had this big white binder. I spent so many days as a kid just organizing and reorganizing all my cards into different ways. Like, I would do numerically one day, and then I would do alphabetically another, or all by color or something. And it was just really overall enjoyable, and I really, like, the cards is part of what made Pokemon Pokemon to me. And so, like, because I have all these fond memories, like, initially, for this series, when it came to my desire to have art on the sides, I was originally just going to separate the blue areas, which, by the way, the blue in the border is intended to represent the background of the actual Pokemon Blue video game box art. Behind the Blastoise on the cover, like, it's kind of like blue and all cloudy, and then the white on the sides is meant to represent kind of how, like, the Game Boy box art, like, logo thing had that little side. Whatever. It's based on Pokemon Blue box art. So I was originally going to separate the blue section into 3 equal rectangles of art of the Pokemon, kind of like headshots, or like something you would see on the character select screen of a fighting game. And I was just gonna have that slide in and slide out when they were not on my team, and that was just gonna be it, and that was gonna be the border. But I was like, thinking, like, how am I gonna exactly do all this? And while I was making the border, suddenly it just hit me, like, what ideas how am I gonna do this? How am I gonna make this border? How am I gonna make the art work? And then just like that, it hit me. It's like, what if I made it like the Pokemon cards? What if I made my own Pokemon cards? How awesome would that be? And it has been really awesome. Like, every time I see just, like, my own work for this, I just get so excited. I'm so happy. I can't believe I lived that also, but I just get so immensely happy and filled with nostalgia for my own stuff. That sounds so, like, narcissistic almost, but it's true, like, and I love it, and I just really hope that it's having a similar effect on other people, because I don't know. Let's Play, for me, is just embracing my childhood, because Pokemon was so much of my childhood. So it's really cool in that way that this isn't just like a 50th Let's Play celebration, it's just kind of like my celebration as me as a gamer, like, going back all the way to whenever, and just having a good time, and I've been having a really good time with this so far. It's only been 4 episodes still, but regardless, I've been significantly enjoying it. You are also significantly stronger than I expected. But that's okay, because I have a stronger Pokemon. But yeah, like, I've just been loving doing this and playing this. Like, it's really funny to me, because, like, I haven't really felt this way about a Pokemon game. Not a single one. Like, I've been enjoying other Pokemon games, to be fair. It's not as if I've been like, why am I playing this? But, like, certainly not to the extent of this, and honestly, I'm surprised that I am enjoying this so much, because it's like, this is the literally most dated Pokemon game that I could possibly be playing in English right now. Like, it's really impressive to me that, like, it's been holding up. It probably doesn't hold up by actual standards, but, like, in my mind, it doesn't matter. I've just been enjoying it so much that it might as well be holding up perfectly fine for me. Like, I'm just... Also, probably the fact that I'm talking over a lot of the slow parts is helpful. But yeah, I've just been really having a fun time. And I like making the cards. It's really fun to just try and mimic the old original design, but like throwing in my own unique twist to them. Just embracing everything that made Pokemon wonderful to me as a kid. That's what I'm doing right now, and that's... So far, this has just been, like... I love it. I really do love it. Anyways, I've probably been showing a lot of these battles. I mean, so I'm not sure if I'm going to keep showing any of them. I might just start cutting them out after this guy with his Beetle army, apparently. So... yeah... Because that's kind of one of the weird things of, like, an RPG, like, in an RPG, especially one like this, the gameplay is in the battling, but then the battling also gets repetitive, so how do you, like, work around that in editing? Like, do you keep in all the mandatory battles? What do you do? Like, it's just weird, and, like, I don't think most of these count as actual mandatory battles, is the thing. Like, I could avoid these guys if I want to, but then I would be underleveled, so it would be awkward, so it's like... But if I cut out every battle, then it's literally just walking around, and that's the game, so it's like... I just feel like there's a semblance of, like, how do I do this? And that's the awkward thing. Now, it has been, like, 10 minutes, so I think at this point I've shown enough battling. So after this, I'll probably just cut out most of the rest of the trainers. But, yeah, there's definitely a sense of, like, how do you work around it? How do you make it manageable? How do you make it watchable, but not, like... How do you make it watchable and entertaining and still show enough of the game to actually be worth it? And that's the main dilemma with doing something like this. Like, if you don't cut anything out, then it just gets repetitive and boring. But if you cut out way too much, then it's like, where's the game? So you need to find that, like, right balance. Also, literally, I'm just doing nothing but mashing the A button, so... I love gameplay like this, that makes me, like... I'm able to actually think about what I'm saying for once. How often do I try and talk about a subject in a video game when I'm like, I have no idea what I'm really talking about, and it's like, oh, but this... oh, yeah, and then this, it's like... That's why Last Impact was so weird sometimes, because I was, like, trying to focus on criticizing the game and also playing the game at the same time, and in this I'm just mashing the A button and I can talk about whatever the hell I want. I literally just didn't stop mashing the A button that entire time. Ooh, I learned a move, finally! I was waiting for that. No, because... I think Fury Attack is a bug type, though. No, it's type normal. Okay. Well, Poison's strong against Caterpie, so that's good. Poison strong against Bug, apparently. I didn't know that until I saw that it was doing super effective damage on Caterpie, who's literally just a Bug type. So that's worth noting. I don't know a lot of the type weaknesses still, even after playing every single game and playing Moon, which tells you them. It's just, there's so much. At least this game doesn't have, like, Fairy, which really messed up everything that I knew, and... Well, not really messed up things I knew, but I mean, it still adds something that I don't know already. And then there's Dark and Steel were in this game, but I mean, I don't even think there's a regular Dark type in the Gen 1 Pokedex, even if it's in, like, even if I was playing Fire Red or Leaf Green, like, I wouldn't be dealing with a Dark type. Magnemite is Steel type, though, and so that's the thing. I've been having a good time pressing this A button over and over and over and over again. This is gameplay right here. I mean, Pokemon, it has its charm outside of just... It's got charms in interesting ways, I guess, is a thing to say. That you can say about it. Anyways, from here on out, I'm gonna cut out these 3 trainers, so, yeah. Unless there's a new Pokemon. Or something. This is a new Pokemon, I think. I think it's a new Pokemon. Yeah, we have not seen a Nidoran yet. So this is a Nidoran. The only Pokemon in Gen 1 that actually has a gender. Because it's a... Well... No, there are some Pokemon in Gen 1 that do have gender specifics, but, like, this is the only one that, like, in the original game actually makes it, like, known. Because there's a Nidoran male, and then there's a Nidoran female, and they both evolve into Nidoking, Nidoqueen, blah, blah, blah. And that's a neat thing. But it makes these Pokemon exceedingly dated. Because, like... It's just silly like that. Choice, are you gonna live this? I think you are. Because paralysis slows them down. Ooh, good time for a critical. You know, I like the just in case. And Choice leveled up, so that's also worth it. Okay, now just the first trainer. So, yeah. Now for you, buddy. I can fight new Pokemon? Is it actually new? Alright, Hylas grew to level 14 at the end there, and so that's worth showing, I suppose. I mean, if I'm in the middle of a grind fest, I'm not gonna bother showing a lot of levels. But I mean, if I'm going to be... If I'm just cutting out a battle and I level up at the end of it, I might as well show it. Anyways, you are my last victim. I'm not wearing shorts! Oh no! You have a Spearow. That's actually different, I'm pretty certain. We haven't encountered a Spearow yet. Choice has, like, no health, so I can't Thunder Shock it to death, because I send out Choice, and Choice is gonna die. You know, I want to say this, while I'm actually not cutting this battle out, because it's a new Pokemon. The gameplay in this may all be dated and stuff, and all this stuff. There may be a lot of things that are dated in this, but, like, one thing I absolutely love is that everything here just feels really fast in the gameplay. Like, that's one thing I really hate about a lot of modern games, especially modern RPGs, like modern Pokemon games and modern Mario and Luigi games. Like, everything in them, because of all the animations and stuff, they just feel like they're so slow. Like, because they need to take time to do all the animations. Like, attacks take a really long time. That's one of the reasons why I absolutely hated Mario & Luigi Dream Team, because everything in that game took so freaking long to do. It was just a chore. It just felt like a chore. It was boring to me. And, like, I really enjoy that everything in this game feels like it's just happening really smoothly and really fast. Like, because it's like, everything is really quick. There's no animations to take precedence over anything like that. Actually, speaking of which, should do that. And I'll keep the battle animation on, because it's not a bother in this game. Okay. And I'll save for good measure. But yeah, like, that's one thing I absolutely hate about a lot of modern RPGs. Like, I understand that interest in spectacle and pizzazz, and, like, because you have the animation quality, like, you can be like, look, you can make everything flow nicely in the animation, and the animations do look good. but I feel like they come at the cost of gameplay. And I feel like in a video game, the gameplay does need to come first. I know not everyone feels that way. There are a lot of people who care more about that narrative or stuff. Or a lot of people like... I don't think anyone actually considers graphics to be the most important thing, but like, there's that kind of sort of joke meme-y thing about like how graphics are all as important in video games, blah, 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 blah. So I mean, there is that. But as a whole, I definitely think like there are some people that consider narrative, or at least care a little bit more about the narrative. But for me, I personally feel like the most important thing in any game is always going to be the gameplay. Well, no matter what the gameplay is, which is why I didn't enjoy certain other games that I'm not going to mention right now. But, like, when it comes to this, I don't know, it's just really enjoyable. Also, you just put me to sleep. I don't like that. But you're poisoned, so you're going to take damage slowly anyway. But anyways, like, yeah, like, I definitely feel like there is, like, this sense of, like... Consider, like, Super Smash Bros. Recently. The most recent Super Smash Bros. Game on the Wii U, like... It looks great, it's awesome, it's cool, and all that stuff. But, like, there are a lot of animations in that game that make absolutely no sense if you consider it just as an animation, just as, like, just out of context. Like, a lot of people really complained about Zero Suit Samus's little crouch thing that she does when using the Paralyzer. But, like, also I'm gonna real quick, heal up because I don't want to be asleep. Okay, I'm back. I didn't realize that I forgot I was supposed to be here. So yeah, a lot of people were complaining about Zero Suit Samus's Paralyzer attack animation, but like, it works completely fine in context, and it's like 5 seconds there. But like, there's not even just that, but a lot of like things of like, where how much wind-up there is, how much impact there is, like, things happen snappily in that game. Whether you consider it better, or whether you consider it, like, fast or slow or whatever, or floaty or whatever, things happen fast still. There's an immediate sense of, like, this happened, this happened, this happened. And it's not like if you kick a character in the face and they actually have to, like, move back and get hit in the face. No, it's like, immediately, like, they immediately take in a pose or something. And it's like, that's the kind of thing where it's like, gameplay comes before that kind of thing. Comes before, like, animation. You kind of need to you need to be aware of that kind of thing. No. So it's something similar to that, although not quite as extreme as in the fighting game. But yeah, as a whole, I feel like that's how I feel. Anyway, what is this? Mount Moon? I'm at Mount Moon already? Oh, dear. There's somebody I haven't talked to then, because... if I recall Mount Moon correctly... Oh, wait. Okay. Maybe it's a different area that I'm thinking of. There's an area in here where you're gonna need Flash, which is an HM, and you need Flash to be able to be like, hey, light up the area so I can actually see where I'm going. And I thought that was Mount Moon, but maybe it's not. Maybe it's just, or maybe it's a later floor of Mount Moon, I don't know. Either way, I've actually been recording for quite some time. So I might just leave here, like, I accidentally gave you a little bit of a tease of Mount Moon. But next time, I think, yeah. Next time we'll be going into Mount Moon, and I'll find out if I need Flash or not, and if I do need Flash, I'll go back and get it. Because there's someone I apparently didn't talk to if I do need Flash, because you get Flash.